Who is a practice source? Anyone who the work says so. The work dictates whether you're a source or just someone doing the work. But a practice source has a higher estimation of what they want to mean on the job. They see that they could grow if they could get some wiggle room or try something new, or in this instance, report a problem that no one wants to hear about but must hear. This is Jason. He's been working for this landscaper in suburban Connecticut for about a year. And he's had his ups and downs because his personal life is very challenged. He has a child who was born with some serious health conditions. He's constantly worried about the bills because he's working by the hour and doesn't have health benefits. He's paying for those out of pocket with the help of a federal insurance program. So there he is on the job last Tuesday, and he's working along the foundation to bank the flower bed there for the winter, putting on mulch and making sure that the annual flowers were removed and the perennial flowers were taken care of so they survived the winter. And he spotted something in the foundation, a crack, quite a significant crack in the cement that he knew had not been there when he serviced that same spot 6 months ago at the beginning of the summer season. That crack, what could it possibly be? He reached and put his finger in the crack and it was damp. And he thought, uh-oh, I wonder if the homeowner knows about this. So he waited a few more minutes until he could step away and went over to his boss and said, hey, I've really found something serious about our customer's foundation. And I think, let's take a look at it and we should let them know. Well, his supervisor looked at his watch and he said, Jason, we're almost off the clock here. And I've got plenty to do back at the shop, and I know you want to get home to your son. So we could maybe address this tomorrow. Right now, let's load up our stuff and hit the road. Well, that really got into Jason's craw. He's just thinking, I hate to leave without doing something, anything about this particular problem, which really isn't a landscaping problem. It's a construction problem, but someone needs to look at it before it gets worse. Well, they didn't come back to that job the next day. The rescheduling meant that they would go to a very different location. And whoever took that last stage of the work at the particular place where Jason saw the problem had no idea that there was a problem. He just finished banking that wall, never looking down where the crack is. And all was done at the end of the day. Jason then said to his supervisor, Bill, back at the other job, had you told them about that crack? Bill says, oh man, I forgot. Well, listen, we're there to bank the flower gardens and make sure everything's tidied up for the winter. I think we've done that job, and I've got 5 more ahead of us that we have to get onto right away. So they never communicated back to the homeowners that problem. And it was not in a place you just see it walking by. It was down where Jason saw it, at almost flower level. When they came back after the winter season, it happened that they'd be back at that house, cleaning up the winter debris. and starting to plant some annual flowers along that same wall. Jason went right to where the crack was, and sure enough, the crack had gotten bigger, moving up almost to the edge of the siding. He put down his gardening tool and went right to the door and knocked on the door. And the homeowner came and said, "Hi, I'm Jason. I want to point out something that you need to see." And so he took the homeowner to the crack. The homeowner said, "Oh my goodness, I never would have missed. I could have missed that, but never would have seen it." So then Jason's supervisor came over and said, "What's going on?" And he acted like he had never heard about the crack, which sunk Jason's feelings about working with that particular team. But on the other hand, the homeowner was very grateful and said that he would get his contractor on that right away. So it was good news and bad news that day. But I think we can predict that Jason is already looking to find a new job, and perhaps one that was more secure and well led. Jason's your practice source of the day.